This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 12642 Otsego Street, Valley Village, California, 91607. Today is July 24th, 2024. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 2-inch cast iron waste line cleanout located on the left-hand side of the house, just outside the kitchen window. This is our kitchen window, and this goes towards the side door. This goes towards the rear of our property, and this goes towards our garage here. And we're just going to zero out our camera monitor here at the edge of the cleanout. And what we'll do is we have some water running in our kitchen area, and as well as we have in the bathtub on the left-hand side of the house. So again, we're just going to go ahead and just continue to push out. And what we'll do is we'll push out and possibly push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. And then from there we can pull back and take a good look. You can see that we are in cast iron waste line. And the cast iron waste line does have a little bit of buildup, a little bit of debris. But again, we're just going to try to shake our camera a little bit, see if we can get our camera a little clear with the debris there. And we'll just continue to push out. Got some debris and some buildup there. So again, we'll just continue to push out slowly. Again, we do have some buildup and some debris, but once we get out towards the front of the property, we'll be able to get our camera lens clear, get out of the cast iron waste line. We are in the debris and the buildup within the waste line. And we're just going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. It does appear that we transitioned to what appears to be vitreous clay sewer piping. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment, and we got our camera lens clear. We're just going to pause here for a moment and locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we did mark it with a red flag. And this is at the rear of the property. This is as you exit the patio on the left-hand side, and we did mark it with a red flag. We did notice that there was a 4-inch ABS mainline sewer cleanout that's just behind that. So as we push in just a little bit, you can see that we do have a tie-in. Push in right about here. You can see this. Push in a little more. Right here, you can see that there's a tie-in coming in from behind us. That is a tie-in coming in from the left-hand side of the house. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause for a moment. We went ahead and pushed out a little bit further. We did shut the water down in the kitchen, and again, the water that's flowing beneath us, that is the water that's coming in from the left-hand side of the house. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out, and again, possibly push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. So it does appear that the sewer is running towards the rear of the property. So again, we're just going to pause our mic here, and we'll just attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. And then from there, we can pull back and take a good look. Again, we had a little bit of root intrusion in that area, but again, able to make the turn. Again, we'll just continue to push out. Okay, again, we'll just continue to push out. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pull back from here. We're going to relocate to that 4-inch cleanout that's at the rear of the property. It's a little difficult pushing through the through the cast iron waste line and then transitioning out to our vitreous clay sewer pipe. And again, we were able to identify mainline sewer clean out at the rear. So again, we'll just pull back from here. It did appear that we did have a root intrusion in the vitreous clay. So again, we'll pull back. And right here in this area here, you can see that we do have a root intrusion there coming in from about the 12 o'clock all the way down to around the 6 o'clock area. So again, we'll pull back slowly, make a little bit of a turn. That's right, just right at our tie-in. And this, as we pull back, we're going to pull back and transition back into cast iron waste line. Make a little bit of a turn, and we transition back into our cast iron waste line. Did appear to have a little bit of intrusion in that area as well. So again, we'll continue to pull back from here. And cast iron waste line does have some buildup, some scaling, but again, it is period of the home. All the water that we're running through all appear to be passing through. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And we'll make a little bit of a turn. And again, as we make a little bit of turn, a little more buildup in this area. And as we get closer towards the kitchen, you're going to have some more buildup and debris in that area. And we'll make a little bit of a turn, and we're going to come up and out of our clean out. And what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We'll relocate ourselves to the 4-inch ABS mainline sewer clean out at the rear of the property. So we're going to pause here. Okay, we went ahead and relocated ourselves to a 4-inch ABS mainline sewer cleanout, again located in the plant area just to the rear of the house. And in the rear patio, it's on the left-hand side and next to the rose bushes. This is our plant area here. This goes towards the rear of our property, towards the pool. And again, this goes towards our patio area. And so what we're going to do is we're going to zero out here at the edge of the cleanout. And we're going to drop down, just make sure we're going in the right direction. And we do have some water running from that bathtub. We're going to just utilize that water to help us push out. And we're going to up the cast iron. We got to pull back, and we're going to get it to go back down the line because we're heading up towards the waistline from there. So we got to pull back, and as soon as we pull back, we're going to get the camera to go the opposite direction. Okay, we're going to go ahead and drop down. It does appear that there is a short section of cast iron here. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, the water you can see flowing beneath us. We'll make a little bit of a turn. As we make that turn, we transition immediately into vitreous clay sewer piping. So again, we're just going to utilize the water to help us push out. And so I'm just going to pause the mic here. And we're going to attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. And then from there, we can pull back and take a good look. And again, we got some more water running in our kitchen as well as our hallway bathroom just to try to help us push out. What we'll do is we'll just continue to push out and again possibly push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. We'll make a drop and we'll pull back just a little bit we'll just push in a little bit. Okay, again, we're just going to make a drop. Let's see if we can possibly continue to push out and see if we can get out a little bit further. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back. Unfortunately, we're unable to push past this point. And we're going to, it's just a little difficult to push out. We are pushing through some root intrusions. As Okay, as we pull back slowly. You can see here, we're going to pull back about an inch. You can see here that we do have a little bit of a crack in the vitreous clay in this joint here. But again, it's in a little bit of a chimney, so it's a little difficult to see. But you can see there at the bottom around the 6 o'clock area, there's a little split there in the vitreous clay sewer piping. But again, we're just going to, right there you can see it a little bit better. You can see the crack there in the vitreous clay sewer piping. Again, it's just right at the drop there. Again, what we'll do is we'll pull back to approximately 80 feet, 70, 80 feet on our camera monitor, and then from there we'll attempt to locate the area just to see which direction we're actually running. The cleanout is at the rear of the house, but again, we want to determine that we are going towards the rear of the property towards an easement. Again, we did have a couple large root intrusions in the vitreous clay sewer piping as well, so those areas would need to be hydrojetted in order to remove the root intrusions. Right about, we're going to pause there for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and shut all our water down. We're just going to wait a minute, pause here for a moment. We're going to let all this water run down, and then we'll pull back slowly and take a good look. And what we'll do is we're going to pull back to, again, approximately 80 feet, and then from there we'll try to attempt to locate that area. So again, we'll just go ahead and continue to pull back now. The water's slowing down, so we're just going to pull back slowly. Get to about 80 feet. Right about here, we'll pause for a moment and we'll locate this area. Okay, again, we went ahead and marked this area with a red flag at approximately 4 foot 5 inches deep, and this is in the dirt just in front of the fence on the front left-hand side of the yard. That area there would be a good idea, a good place for a mainline sewer cleanout for accessibility purposes. It is a long run, so again, we'll continue to pull back, and as we pull back, we are in vitreous clay sewer piping. We'll make a little bit of a turn. We'll pull back slowly. Hold on. Okay, come on. Okay, again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. We'll pull back slowly, and again, as we pull back, we did have some root intrusions. We'll make a little bit of a turn. You can see in this area here, you can see the root intrusion. We'll push back out just a little bit. You can see right there, right around the 6 o'clock area, 3:12 going all the way down to about the 6 o'clock area. You do have some root intrusions in that area there. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And again, another large root intrusion in that joint there. You can see at the top from about the 9 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock area. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And again, some more root intrusion in this joint as well. We'll pull back slowly. Again, you can see some more root intrusion. We make a turn. Again, we're just going to be heading back towards our clean out. So we would recommend having the vitreous clay sewer piping hydrojetted in order to remove the root intrusions, and also recommend installing a mainline sewer clean out up towards the front of the property in order for the accessibility. We did push out to approximately 122 feet on the camera monitor, and we went into a drop which was just at the property line. So again, as we pull back into a short section of cast iron, and we're going to pull up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection.